Okay, we are live. It is Wednesday. It is Planet Zoo Day. And we are going to be resuming with Tappy Feet. Children's Zoo. So let's go ahead and load that in. Okay, I wasn't sure if the sound was too loud, because it didn't look like it had been adjusted on the one board. I didn't know if it was a little too much. There's our anteater. See how long the zoo takes to load in this time. Hopefully it loads. One can only hope. Heck is on my glasses? Something's on my glasses. And I don't know what. I probably just need it worse. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and pause. I knew I needed to finish over here, but I wasn't sure how far we still needed to finish over here. Alright. Okay, so we kind of got that. We got the signs put in. We've got the talk point. We've got an educator assigned, a date picked out. Okay, so we've got a security camera back there. Oh, okay, I did do that one there. We hedged out to here and to there. Got some lights put in there. Is it really just down to the side? It could be. Sign and landscaping. Alright. I need a straight line for this. I should have come over here the last time. Right? That's as straight as it's gonna get. Okay. So let's come into construction. Let's lower that a little. Okay. So I hope everybody is having a good day here. That's not... The letter itself is straight, but it's not straight to that. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to kind of come over here then. Yeah. Somehow got pushed a little too far in there. Is we have a Mr. Bean and a Christmas tree still. I still have to take that down. That's my goal for tomorrow. That and laundry is or alright, now I'm pretty sure I know how to spell this, but alright, COCKROACH. The C always looks like a G to me. C O C K R O A C H. Okay. And then I need to into construction. And what am I looking for? Thick, thin. Okay. So, one letter. Two letter. Sometimes I do two per letter. It kind of just depends. Lately, I've just been trying to do one. I mean, on this, I'm gonna need two. Just to support the other part of the letter. Like this one with the two feeties. Gonna kind of need that second post there. Just to help hold it up. Okay. So let us grab everybody here. I guess for right now I can make everybody one piece here. I mean, the spacing's not too bad. Let's see here. Okay, that's not too terrible. It does leave us a bit of real estate down the other end, but I think we can kind of make that work. Okay, so for this inner part, I'm gonna grab our friend here. Who has worked out fairly well for us for our pathway borders. We don't have to do like both sides, we just have to do this intersection and the front. The other side of the pathway has the hedging on it, so we're good there. But I just wasn't feeling the hedge on this inner part. I mean, I guess we could have done it, but this just kind of felt like the better option. For this particular one. How did I do it on the other side? Oh, okay, I didn't really have to worry about the side because it ramped up and we had stones on it, so... yeah. That should be fine there, and then I can stick a light pole in there if necessary. Now, I could have just like stuck a wood beam in there, but they're harder to manipulate into something that looks good lining the pathway when it's all straight edges. These guys you can kind of just maneuver and mold around your pathway curves and stuff. They do take a little bit more time and probably patience to drop in. I mean, you could probably just duplicate them over, but then you're gonna have to fiddle with them if you're not in a straight section anyway, so I'll just drop them in. I got time. I don't care. And then we need to do our landscaping. And I'm probably going to need to put a bathroom in the cat house. Just because it is a good distance from the bathroom there. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have one in there. Maybe we'll put a vending machine in there. For the drinkies. Might as well. We still have to plan out the cat house. What I did there was just kind of like the opening pathway. So we still have to figure out how much space that building is gonna end up needing. Oh, messed that one up. We've been doing pretty good about not hitting the wrong arrow there until we didn't. That one I got a little... Like, I've had a couple that were slightly off, but that one was fairly off. We're almost there. I can see the other edge of the pathway that we need to fill in. So we're getting there. There's the end of the pathway right there. And then we just have to curve up. Well, angle up really. We are almost there. So these guys are kind of gonna touch right there. Just while we get this pathway sorted out. Just a little bit further. And then we can start our landscaping. Alright, so I'm like a little wobbly there, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, that feels pretty good. Okay, so we need our civets. Alright, so Oceania, Australia, temperate. Oceania. Temperate. I mean, that's kind of fun. With the flowers in there. And this guy. We can definitely get laid in here. At least most of the way. Okay. It's almost like too pretty, isn't it? It kind of feels that way. I mean, I guess I could put one of these over every single one of those cross beams to hide it. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have in here? We have a cabbage tree. One of those. On both of our ends here. Alright, what is this? Oh, it's a different cabbage tree. Oh, that's a bigger guy. That's not so bad. I mean, that's kind of interesting. Oh, that might be kind of fun. Stacking them inside of each other. Hello, Tommy. How are you? Hopefully all is well. kind of like that, so I think maybe we will mirror that down here. Ghost gum sapling. I mean, I kind of like the ghost gum in there, but is it too much? Might be too much. I mean, maybe we could put it in the middle there, but nah, it's kind of cutting into that. Nix that. There. No. Is that like good though? Maze, yeah, we're gonna, that's totally gonna look fine. I mean, maybe we could go one more set of trees here. Like, is doing more gonna be overdoing? Possible. I kind of want something like back here though, just to kind of frame out the windows here. Let's see how that's gonna look. Alright, that's not so bad. I could probably raise that a little bit more. Potentially. Just a little bit more of a foresty feel. And then maybe pop that into there. Great, you didn't start the great. You didn't start. You're great. Didn't start the day great, but trying my best to stay positive, so I'm doing better now. Just super excited to be able to watch your stream today. You rock, you're a special person in a special place in my heart and soul. You're like a sister to me. How are you, Mr. Nisey? Mr. Nisey's okay. He wasn't
Mr. Nisey's hauling ass because Grammy Nisey wants to go to the gas station right before lunch rush again. So I'll be right back, huh?
Is the cat put up?
Yeah.
Okay. My mom has impeccable timing. Our gas station also has like a lunch cafe, and they get super busy right as lunch is about to start, so my mom always wants to go right at that time, and he's like, I don't want to be down there with all of the germy people right as lunch is kicking off. He keeps telling her that every time, and she's like, oh. It's not anything new. Every time, though. She could have said something a lot sooner. Part of his autism is, extremely, well, I shouldn't say extremely, but he is germophobic. Like, constant hand sanitizing, hand washing, and he's just getting over a stomach bug that he had for about 24 hours. So he really doesn't want it back. Like, really, really, really doesn't want it back. Because yesterday was not a fun time for him. I need to get that put in there, but he's doing better today, so that's good. He's just a little tired today, which is reasonable because he went to bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, which is way early for him. Because I was left to my own devices last night, and he was woken up at, oh, what time was it? I think he said 2 this morning. By Mr. Beans biting his nose. I don't know if the London pine really... I don't really like the London pine in there. It's kind of big. I mean, this guy's kind of big too, but I think we can possibly, like, pull him down to there. What is the matter, cow? Huh? What's the matter? Why are you mowing? Beans will be back out in a minute. As soon as Grammy Nisey goes and has her cigarette, I guess. Or they get back. Why are you mowing though? Oh right, we still have to do the facade on that thing. Kind of forgot about that one. Oh, I do have a ferny guy. Oh. Hi, why are you on my chair? Are you allowed to be on my desk? No, you're not allowed to be on my desk. That is the correct answer. How about you get down? Look, I don't let Mr. Bean stay up here. You know better. You can be a little germophobic, but you met a guy like that in high school, so you get it. No, the pandemic did not help. No. No, it didn't. It really didn't. We still travel with, face masks. We don't always wear them, but we have them with us in case things feel a little stupid. Because we actually got COVID the one Key West trip we took in 2024. No, it was 2023. No, it was 2024. It was 2024. We believe we know where we got it from too. We were in one of the I was checking out the one lotion shop because they had a scent that I was curious about to see if it was gonna bother me. And there was a couple of people from a cruise ship that were in there coughing their heads off. Husband got it first, and then I got it, and then my mom got it. Alright, I am going to drop it down to dark, so if you are sensitive, you might want to look away. In 3, 2, 1. it is dark now. We need to do our lighting pass here. And COVID was not fun. At all. So, I don't want to do that again if I can help it. I have enough sinus issues. That certainly didn't help matters. Cow, why are you mowing? Are you actually looking for Mr. Beans? You never know with this cat. Just walks around meowing. With his six pack a day meower. I mean, I don't let my mom smoke in the house, so it's just how his meow goes. It seems. Okay. I think I want to bring another one of you out here. But I also think maybe in here we kind of need another one. Yeah. Alright, let me grab you. Because I definitely need one down here. I forgot I have to put the facade on that building. Hopefully that won't take too long. Now this bit of sidewalk is kind of wide in here. So I'm probably gonna have to put some lights on this side too. But we'll figure that out in a minute. Husband's excited because his new carving knife should be coming today. Okay, now I need to move you down that way. And you're gonna go with it. I know there's no power right there. But you've just reminded me that I need to check the power over here. So we will do that in just a minute. I'm gonna get these rocks lit up here. Bit better than they are. I'm so excited for April. I cannot wait for vacation time. Okay, so that's at least a little less dark. Okay. How do we feel back in here? Alright, that's not so bad. Alright, it's not as dark as all that. Okay. Alright, good, good. Alright, so I need to throw a facade on that building, so I'm going to go back up to daylight. So if you are sensitive, I will say going from dark to light's a little bit harsher than the light to dark. So if you are sensitive, you're going to want to look away in 3, 2, 1. Or maybe my eyes are just light sensitive. Okay, we're back to daylight. Okay, so... what's your scenery rating? 100. Okay, good, good. Your scenery rating... oh, you are at 100. No, I haven't even done anything to you. Okay, you are in a work zone. Alright. That's good. Okay, we are going to begin to edit you. Pink. Shoot, is that the right brown color? It looks like it. I think that's the right brown color. Okay. Let's go into our walls here. And we're just gonna throw some quick walls up on this guy. Since our scenery rating is already looking fine. What kind of roof do I want on this guy? How did I decorate the other one? Okay, so I did do the triangular roof. Yeah, that should be far enough out. I'm gonna do the 1 meter this time just to change up the height of our building here. Okay, so we want to go down to twilight. Alright, I'm getting closer to being done this editing project, you guys. I've got less than 40 videos to go. And I am so excited. I'm like, come on, we can do this. We're in the home stretch. We've got this. I want to be done with it right now, but, you know. Can't give up now, we're too close. We are much too close to give up now. Oh, that's not right. It's the right size, but it gives it this weird little, like, flare out. If we want it to be in line with the roof, we have to go to 2, which is weird, because it's a 1 meter. It's a 1 meter pitch. Alright, whatever. Okay, blueprints. My blueprints. So that is probably pretty good there. Okay. So there's that. Okay. And then I can move on to working on other projects. So I have a really fun project I want to do with embroidery thread. And we might do that on stream. But I need time to plan it. I don't know, we might plan it on stream. We could plan it on stream. So I want to do a name canvas. And I'm taking an idea from somebody else's YouTube short where they took hot glue after they traced a bunch of shapes onto a piece of canvas. They painted the whole thing black, and then they took hot glue and filled in some of those shapes with the hot glue just to kind of get like a raised shape. And then they took embroidery thread and sewed it around the shape. And it looks so cool when it was done, but I want to do like my name in the middle and then like fill around other shapes like leaves or flowers or whatever around that. So I need to go through my stencils and see what I've got. Because I have small stencils. Because in order to do it, I had to pick out a canvas that didn't have a support bar in the middle of the canvas. So it's on the smaller side. It's a 10 by 20. But I need to go into Krita. And plan out where my name needs to go. That looks okay. And then once I get like my name figured out, then I'll go and grab the stencils and see what I can fit in everywhere. I'm not going to do the stencil part in Krita. I'm just going to do the name part to get the font that I want. Because I'm terrible at trying to figure out hand lettering. Alright, so let's use the tools that we have at our fingertips. And I've got this whole huge box of embroidery floss, so we might as well make the most of it. Plus I've got some other colors. I might pull from the other colors first. We'll see though. Okay, so if I do it this way, that means I'm not really gonna be able to do the crossbar on the top. Unless I lower that, or sits on top of it. That does look kind of silly. So for it to not look silly, kind of needs to about okay, so you not going I mean, it kind of works. And honestly, it's backstage, so. Does it matter a heap ton when it's not really visible? I don't know. Probably not. Alright, so we're gonna have some feet clippage there. That's okay. Guess. Alright. So this needs to sit there. And then that's gonna be like there. Okay, so then we've got those two, right? And it's gonna be silly. Alrighty. I don't know why it's being silly with the angle like that. I've not figured that out. But at this point, it's just easier. Come on. There we go. It's just easier to deal with it singularly at that point. Yeah, so I'm on video clip currently. I'm going to be starting video clip 144 today at some point. And then I'm on 144 out of 180. So this is getting exciting. Like, yes, I'm almost done. Alright, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of some foliage back here. Nothing like too... Well, that's gonna be a pathway issue. Like, nothing like too grand back here, but Just a little something. So it doesn't feel quite so empty. Back all in here. Alright. That's probably fairly good there. Alright, I do need to pull up... Nope. I need to pull up the heat map because we need to check on the power situation. Okay. Alright. Power's pretty good. We've got a little bit of a dead zone here. And then we've got a couple of dead zones in here. There's a small dead zone up there, but that's in part of the habitat. And I think that's probably fine. Okay. So, we have a potty back... Wait, where is the potty? Hold up. Okay, yeah, potty's back here. With that food court. Got another potty all the way back yonder over there. And then I've got one right here. So, we need to figure out our cat house situation. We're gonna have to put some sort of power thing here. Do we want it to be a turbine? Do we want it to be a oh gosh, a solar panel? I'm thinking a turbine. And I'm thinking maybe somewhere over here. Okay, so we need to get a sand cat, a palacat, and possibly a cheetah. Now, I will say, the vet is all the way over here. That is a long walk from there to here. But I don't really have Alright, so let's get our pathway. It's probably going to be a different colored pathway for in the cat house, but what color do I want to go with? Gravel's not going to work because we're going to be indoors. Don't know if I really want that for the cat house. I mean, that's not bad, but it is very dark. You know what? The cheetah's kind of like sandy, scrubby. The sand cats. You know, let's go with this. Okay. So now I have one viewing spot here, one viewing spot here. One viewing spot Or do we go like 3 viewing spots here, 2, 3, and then... 'cause I don't think... we need like a tremendously large... Oh, okay, hold on. I need to undo that. Okay, this is a much larger cat house than I anticipated. Alright, so that's the entrance. Okay, alright, I'm gonna need a keeper's hut in here. At the very least. Cats! So I need to kind of line this up. Doesn't really look super even, does it? Like from this angle. Are those squares? The squares themselves just don't look super. Before I drop you. Okay, your I hate everything about you is very large. Like, that is very large. This one's at max, and it still has a pretty good distance. So here's the pathway. Cow, that's enough. Leave it alone. Cow, that's enough. Thank you. Everybody likes to beat up on it. Alright. I don't necessarily need this large of a keeper's hut. I just figured at least then they could all be in there at the same time. But I might only do 2 keepers. Is that going to stretch the keepers thin on the cats, though? Because I could have 1 keeper doing pala and sand. And then keeper number 2 dealing with just the cheetahs, because they're going to They're gonna need attention, but I also need to get a vet in here. Okay, maybe worst case scenario. Okay, so there's the edge. I know I can pull you in a bit further than what we are at here. Okay, so right, there's the edge of that walkway. So if I put you there. And I put you there. Right? Let me see. So, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where you been?
I've been talking to my mother.
What's the matter?
So go ahead and go on mute for a second.
I'll be right back. Alright, sorry. Parental shenanigans are afoot. So if that's how big that is. Like, I think I can get that bumped in a little bit more. Because, like, the senior rating on that is 0 right now. Let me find another... Excuse me. Let me find another vet building here real quick. So... Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry, no, he had to tell me what was going on with his mom and what they're planning on doing. So that, we can figure out what we're doing. No, what? Alright, let me get out of that. Alright, so what is this? Huh? What? What is this? Okay, so that is a vet
Your
building.
mother has no objection, and they're there now, so I'm gonna go see if they would be willing to hang around if we decide to just go in like a week, or even like a few days.
Well, no, we have to get the car serviced.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna be like 2 weeks.
Maybe, but let me start by asking if they're even willing to hang around.
Okay. Sorry, I asked, like, his mom and her sister, his boy's aunt, they're here right now. And they're who's going to be house sitting for us, and they don't know when they're leaving now. So, we were originally supposed to go the end of April. And now we might be going sooner than that. Alright, so your senior rating is 100. Okay, so you're kind of tucked in to the, not quite the corner, but close enough to the corner. Alright, so where are we? We're over here. We're trying to plan the cat house. And I don't necessarily think I really need 2 small ones. I probably could have gotten away with 1 large one, but the large one, the footprint on the large keeper thing was pretty large. So if I do that, that comes into that. Okay, that could work there. And then we kind of need a staff room in here. But the question is how... I think the large staff room is going to be quite... Yeah, the large staff room's not gonna do it. So if I were to do that, so if I put you there, that gives me a 1 wide pathway, and I think I can pull everybody in. Alright, so let's grab our staff path. So we'll take that down to 13. Okay, so that wants to be silly. So do I want this to go to there? have an entrance there. An entrance there. Okay, so if we deselect the grid, alright, so that's gonna be really there. So what are you frantically looking for?
I was just looking for scissors to make sure my mother's stuff showed up.
Oh, they dropped off already?
Yeah, they were out there when I came here. Alright, so that works for them. So if you want, I can go and see about when I can get in the call for service.
Okay, can you give me a minute so I can check something here real quick? Alright, so if we do that.
Can you set to grid? Oh, there you go.
Okay, that should...
Don't forget you have to connect the Control Z. Don't forget you have to connect the front there.
Where?
This,
oh,
I don't think
right.
this is technically connected. The keeper hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not tech. There you go.
You were technically connected. There's that. Alright, give me 1 second, you all. I need to check something real quick here. No, that's entirely not what I wanted to do. I wanted that to be square, but it's rounded. I'm probably just gonna have to deal with it like that.
Yeah, you would have to set the grid and do the whole thing.
I was on grid, but then certain things didn't want to line up right, so I had to come off of grid a little bit.
If you... I don't know what you're playing, but if you take that path off and send it down here, you might be able to make everything slightly more squared. Maybe. No, just go down the next thing.
So that's...
Okay, undo that last one. Okay, stop. Take it off grid. Now you have to do the connection here and there.
So if we can... Alright, so there's that.
There it was. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Go that way. Go that way. That right there.
No.
Oh. Might be able to take the doorway one off and... You won't be able to do grid. You'll have to... Oh, there you go. Put that and then connect both ends, and then you can connect it to the door. Yeah. For fucking real. Can you move that slightly? Or is that all on the same grid?
It's on the same build.
Okay.
You're really gonna be this much of an ass.
Well, don't undo everything. Okay, so can you place that and then connect it? You're gonna have, you can't do it on grid, so.
So you mean like here?
Start with the door. And see if you can connect it there in any way. Flash blue a second ago. Okay. Now put the one in front of the keeper hut. See if you can connect it in any way. Yep. There you go.
That is janky as fuck, but at least it's connected. Alright, give me 1 second. I just have to tab out for a minute.
What are you checking?
I need to check to see if we can afford.
Oh, check hotel rates.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, check for the next 2 weeks. Just give us an idea.
So
will it show you by day? Like, does this show you by day as well as the total?
Hampton doesn't give me the total, but
It just does it do by day?
I clicked it, it's not showing it, but
Well, just click the whole 2 weeks, like 7th to the 22nd.
that's not right.
Just get the 2 weeks. We don't need to have to worry about getting the exact date because we don't know what the date is, but it'll give us a rough idea.
But it might give us a discounted rate for that length of stay or tell me that there's nothing available. So
okay, well then just pick 21st and 22nd. That gives us 2 weeks out from the holidays. It'll give us a rough idea. One room, 2 guests. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it drops down on the 22nd.
well, that's a Sunday.
Well, yes, but the point is it drops below 200 a night on the 22nd.
Because we have to squeeze it in before Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day prices are going to be dumb.
Yeah.
This is actually more than what it was going to be.
Yeah, I know.
When we were originally looking at going.
Yeah, so February it kicks back up again. Wow, March is expensive.
Spring break. That's what April's a big price difference.
All right, we were gonna stay there for what, 4 days?
It's what we were originally looking at.
Okay.
So wait, because it was gonna be a Wednesday night, a Thursday night, a Friday night. We might have been checking out on Saturday.
I think so. We were gonna check out and dick around and then go up.
Yeah.
It's only a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
So it's three nights. Well, 4 nights to the night we come in. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be.
So what were we gonna do? We were gonna do Friday was gonna be
the flea market because they're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
So we were gonna get in. It was gonna be.
Well, I was gonna say go back to that. It's okay. We're there. We're still there. Okay.
So it was gonna be a Wednesday night stay. We were gonna get in, dig around at the beach, check into the hotel. Thursday was gonna be
beach and cool off, yeah.
A beach and just chill.
Mm-hmm.
Friday was gonna be like miniature golf and the flea market.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday we were gonna check out that morning and maybe dick around on the beach a little bit more before we head back up to where my brother is.
Okay. So basically it would be from here to there, yeah? Oh, wait, no, that's Sunday.
It would be we would
be out here.
This is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it would be
2, 4, 6, 8.
Are we here or are we here? Here?
Up to here.
Okay,
I just added up in my head with an overestimate. Is that with taxes and everything?
I don't know.
Then I'm just going to say 200 a night.
86. So
I'm going to say $800.
That's for there. So if we go here to,
it's basically going to be $200 more than if we did it in April like we planned, and it means it'll be done, and they won't have to travel around.
Six rooms found. 4 are currently sold out. So we don't really need the mobility accessibility, but
And I don't care if it's 2 queens, because...
so that's that.
So, check-in, beach night, thing night, wave beach. Yeah, that matches up. So 564, it's still not that bad.
That's if we get that specific room, if
Yeah,
it's
and
available.
non-refundable, but...
If it's available, because that might be something we have to book ahead of time.
We'll just take the highest, take the flex rate and see how much that's going to be.
This one?
We have honors, don't we?
Yeah, I think we do.
Right. So that's like $100 more. Okay, so
I just didn't know if they were going to sell out completely, because they said they've got 4 room categories.
That is still within my estimate range for price per day.
Okay.
So that's on.
And Holiday Inn is next door to them too.
Okay, so we have options if we're on the road and they end up canceling,
or
they don't have availability.
If they're full, we can try Holiday Inn next door.
Okay, so let me go have your mom double check with people, see if they're okay if we come down in January instead.
You mean this month?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not really prepped for that, but okay. Hopefully the weather isn't bad. Does anybody know what the weather is? Like what the temperatures are in Fort Myers this time of year?
Okay, so she's gonna call Mary.
Mary?
Whoever is down there in Florida.
Linda.
She's gonna call her and see if they're okay with us being there. If that's the case, then I will then arrange the car to them. Okay?
I'm sorry, guys. I will be with you in just a minute. When I said his mother brings chaos, she brings chaos. So I was not planning on having to do this right now. You know, we probably could just stay at Holiday Inn. Because it might be too cold to go swimming. Weather in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Like, oh, well, today it's 72. That might be a little chilly to go swimming, though. What's the 10-day temperature look like? Because I know that, like, they were pretty chilly. 80s, 70s. Okay, so we definitely have to bring some pants. And so it might not, we might, okay. Might just stay at Holiday Inn then. Because they're a little bit cheaper. That's with taxes. Alright. So we might be going on vacation sooner than I had planned on. Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, so we've got... Sorry about that. I know y'all didn't tune in for him and I to be dicking around about vacation planning. Okay, so... Alright, so I'm thinking sand cat on one side, palace cat on the other. And then we've got cheetah, like, along the back, right? So... yeah, I guess I don't really need the whole thing. Alright, so sand there. Get rid of that. Pala. Like, over here. And then... cheetah. Like, back here somewhere. Okay. So, let's see here. Let me look up the sand. Sand count. Okay, so that is desert. What about Pala? Wait.
What's up?
Did you give her fruitcake?
Yes,
Okay.
that was half the reason I went out there just then.
Okay. Oh wow, Pala's a completely different biome. That is taiga, tundra, and temperate. Well, I mean, I guess it's okay. And then we've got cheetah along the back. So, like, what kind of... Probably, like, stone? Or are you just gonna want to go, like, wood? I mean, I guess we could just make it our base wood color. That would probably work with everything else. Probably. That's that. Unless we just go with straight up stone. Stone might be better. I don't think I'm gonna color match it. And this time, do you want to go with the European or do you want to go with the dry stone or the European rustic stone? Or the dry stone? So the dry stone we can't really fuss with the color. It's that or we just go with our base Australian wood. And just be done with it. But I don't know if I can build off of that to fit out here. Because I don't know. probably end up I mean that would, so I think to fit the roof I'd have to be on the inside line in this section. Right? This is just for the guest viewing that I am trying to get that figured out now because I am on the pathway a little bit. They might clip into the pathway a bit. So did she even get a hold of her?
Not yet.
Well, were you gonna call and see about getting the car in now anyway? So if we do that, okay, so that does work. Like, it's not gonna be all solid like that. I just need to figure out here. That's all I need to do. Okay, so this backside would have to be cut in a little bit on the grid there. Oh, why are you flickering so bad? Stop. Alright, so have to cut you in a little bit as well. Goodness, stop with the flickering. So I think these buildings in here we might do the Australian wood just to break up all of the stone. So this backside needs to be windows. And then so I do have one question. They're probably gonna need more water while we're gone.
She can do it.
Will she put the cover back on because it's gonna be cold? So that that faucet doesn't freeze. And
I mean, she's done it before. She did it plenty of times on her own. I've just been doing it because it's fucking convenient.
I mean, we can hope she won't be lazy and just be like, fuck it, and leave it off. was gonna say, it would be better to get the car service now while she's here and you have her car. And her to follow you up there. Because this could be like a couple days that they're gonna have the car. We have to clean that car before we hand it over.
Huh. Hey, see me tomorrow.
And is that also for them to check the brakes?
Yes.
And the 2 tires?
Oh,
So... we could do... Twilight... No. I mean, is Temple a better way to go? I don't know, though. If Temple's what I... I mean, how does the temple look on that, though? I don't think that... I mean, it doesn't necessarily look terrible against the Australia stuff. So what if we go like temple? Like, I don't really want to go with this. I mean, there's the mud walls.
tomorrow at 1. He's on the bed, but he's been pretty good about me going out, so I'll just be right back.
You just got a ping.
Probably.
Can you open the curtain so you can see him?
Be right back. What do you say?
So, oh, the temple balls are all kind of filtered. And so I suppose we could do like that, maybe? And then people can like see in back there. Or do you want to go like this? No, that's probably a little too... Like, maybe this for the viewing walls. Right? So... we'll have... the Cheetos were like 8,000. feet, I think. So then we do that. Why are you flickering so bad? My goodness gracious. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like a half wall and then arches around the middle, but oh shit, I was gonna put a bathroom in here. I all sort of forgot about that. Okay. Where am I gonna put it? Because no matter where I put it, it's gonna be touching. Oh, you know what? I could put it off the front here. We could do that. Alright, so this would be a solid. This needs to be there. Alright. So this would be solid. Like, no matter how I place this, it's probably gonna be problematic for a roof. No, undo that. Let's have it more lined up with the, interior wall than this, because this can be open air if it comes to it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we might be leaving sooner than later. Well, if we're not really gonna go swimming. Alright, so there is that. I'm finding it just easier to duplicate off of that. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of this wall, but it might be our better option for the different biomes that we're gonna have in here. Okay, so is that actually even wall viewing? So that is 2 sets there. It's not. Okay. It's even with this, though. And the cheetahs are endangered, so they might get a little pissy if there's a lot of people looking at them, so... How do I want to do this wall? Oh, I need to find the temple pieces again. They're here somewhere. Oh shoot, we don't have enough time to dye my hair. I'm gonna be dripping color everywhere if we dye it right now. I mean, maybe we could do something like that. And can we... Oh, no, I guess we can still do it that way. Okay, so... I could go like that. I guess. And maybe do I want another coffee? Because the last coffee place was over by the butterflies. So maybe coffee. And not coffee and smoothies are like the two least things we have. I was originally thinking about putting a gift shop in here, but don't... I mean, we kind of have the room, but not exactly. They will definitely be clipping the wall to use it. What would we put there, though? I mean, that's kind of cute, but that's fantastic. I don't want to put another balloon thing in. Or... I guess it's just a memento, Looney Balloons, or the hat's fantastic. Where was the last gift shop? Probably here. Probably. Who was it? It was just a moment. Oh, I have all three. Okay. Well, I can't fit all three in here. We're gonna have to go with one. What's wrong?
Nothing. Open up my box.
So is she gonna take you tomorrow?
Yes.
Or follow you?
Yeah. That's what I was doing. I was telling her, hey, you're gonna have to drive me there and drive me back when the time comes. It'll probably be overnight.
Does she even have spending money?
Huh?
Yeah.
She's probably just gonna end up using the cash sheet saved up.
Okay. I don't know. Just a memento or just when a hat's fantastic? Isn't there like a cheetah hat or something? Oh, I'm not on the build anymore. Okay. I mean, that kind of is a little close there because I'm gonna have to build out around it. Like, I almost need something there. Do we need an ATM there? I mean, it would be a different vibe ATM than our already saved build. So let me do that. That. Okay, so this needs to get pulled out. I don't know that I can get away with that, but maybe. I might be able to get away with that. So yeah, I kind of need that to be on that inner. All right, now who is this? This is Sandcat. All right, how much? 1 to 2. I feel like they're very small. Yeah, 2,000, like 3,000 feet. Shit. So I'm gonna have to have the keepers access the habitats from the main guest pathway. With how I did this. Damn it. Well, I guess that's just gonna have to be the way it is, because I'm not redoing it now to have the habitats flank off of this, because I'm gonna have to make this an even larger building. If I were to do that, I'd have to take this bit of pathway out, make this part of the habitat, and take the pathway around it. No, we'll just have access this way. It'll be fine. So it's 3,000 feet. 3,000 square feet. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Like 3 ought to be a good enough viewing, I would imagine. I don't have that one. Okay. So let me scroll through here. Like I said, y'all, life happens here. So that could be the habitat access, excuse me, on that side. we will have a habitat access on that end. Since the viewing windows were a little bit off on this side. That's fine. Okay. So Pala. Pala's cat. Like 2. So that's another like 3,000 square feeties. Alright, so we're gonna do something similar on this side. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let me duplicate that to there. Alright, that is a solid wall there. Alright, these two are gonna be solid walls there. And that is gonna go there. Okay, now. So those guys might be problematic. For my ceiling, but what if we do that and kind of double wall it so it looks like it's inset, and then that'll take care of that. Okay. I don't know if I'm loving this floor in here now that we're going with this temple wall, but it's like it seems a little bright. But I definitely want a different stone compared to what we were using out there. I don't know, the parquet doesn't quite look right with the temple design. That actually... that's not too bad. Come here, I need your opinion.
What's up?
What would you do for the interior floor? Would you leave it that? Or would you go something like a little bit darker? That is so
I think
busy.
the mosaic one was the best option.
That one?
No, the other one. The
This-
previous one.
This one? I mean, the
So
other
that's what-
one's not bad, but it's so bright compared to the walls.
Yeah, I would just do that.
Oh, wait. This guy. This guy. Thought I missed something up there. I was like, what did I just do? Okay. So yeah, that just feels like it works a little bit better because there's a little bit of this like darker scuffed tone that's kind of like picking up from the walls. That feels a little better. Oh right, this one. Okay, we have to back in pathway. Huh. You're really gonna be busy about that. Alright,
I'm gonna step outside and try this. I've wrapped my fingers.
I'm surprised you're going outside. Like, I suppose we don't have to do it that way. We could just come in this way and go into here. See if I can find it. Alright, so if I pop that there, we split that. Hold on a second. I'll be right back, you guys. Give me 1 minute. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go take care of something because husband was outside. So if can I slide you forward a little bit? All right, so as long as you're not like sticking out here, and you're not. All right, so we'll do that there. So right here, back into edit mode. All right, so we're gonna, oh wait. Well, hang on. It's gonna be attached to another build, so I'm not gonna be able to do that exactly how I wanted to do it. I'm lazy and I don't want to recolor this ATM when I already have it colored. So I'm gonna have to figure out how we're gonna deal with the front of this building. Now I could try to put 2 in here, but I feel like whenever I do that, they don't always use them. Yeah, that's as far back as I can go on that. Alright. Yes, there's no power. I know there's no power. We're working on it. Alright, so the roof on this thing. I almost want it to be like an arched roof over the walkway. So we have to figure out that, like, this is a solid piece. That's not really gonna be what I want it to be, and we can't change the color on that. Let's start with flexi color. It might have to end up being glass. Because I don't know that thatch is gonna... Well, I don't really have the right thatch piece anyway. Alright, so... Actually, it might have to be glass because I don't see any real arched pieces otherwise. Unless they're not flexi color. So that's 2. It's a corner. So 4 would be very tall. Alright, so if we were to do that, I mean, that kind of fits. What do we have for a corner piece in a 2, though? So we'd kind of have to... Where's my key? There it is. Go with How would that work? So... It does kind of sit oddly with this wall. So that would kind of have to get pulled forward. Right? On the whole thing. Oh, now it's gonna be silly. Okay. You were fine when I was doing it singles. Okay. So... that goes there. So this would have to be... No. Not that piece. Okay. We need this piece? We need that piece. Okay. Alright, so... I mean, it's not a bad match. Although that's better. Dang, I should have went with what I had originally. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go with that. It's not like a dead match, but it looks a little better than the white. Let me just... grab everybody there. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, though. What am I gonna do with that? That's a good question. That is a very good question. Okay, so that is sitting a bit better there. Alright, so we're gonna have the same kind of issue on this back wall.
What the heck was that?
Oh, for fuck's sake, be right back again. Sorry. The mother-in-law needed something, so instead of, you know, actually getting off of her butt and coming and looking for Russell, she just banged on the side of the house. Or, you know, using her cell phone to call him. Oh my god, my sanity. Someone save my sanity, please. Because it's not looking good for it. Just not. Alright, so I'm probably not going to do a specific roof over the habitats. Might leave them just out in the open air with like just like a mesh. Hi buddy, no, it's not time yet. I know, you heard other Grammy outside. And now we want to be fussy because we want to go see other Grammy. Like I said, this woman brings chaos everywhere she goes. So, there's that. This one's gonna have to bump out too. So that means I'm gonna have like a weird little corner there. I don't know what to do about that. Well, I guess I could grab a wooden beam and we could tuck that into the corner. That wouldn't be that difficult. And then it could like also be support structure. Now I don't have that. Oh no, I do have that on that corner. Alright, as long as it's uniformly there, then that's not so bad. Okay, so I'm thinking of the courtyard where my staff stuff is. That being open air. Right? They've also decided that they're going to dump the RV tanks at this moment, so you might hear distant yelling in the background from them trying to get their shit together. Because she's got the damnedest timing. And their dog is in the RV. Well, the aunt's dog is in the RV. Although that sounded suspiciously like she wasn't in the RV just there. Or she's barking out the window. Alrighty, so we've got that. How are we doing on our negative? I mean, I know your senior rating is not great at the moment. Right, so you are cutting that pathway there. And you are cutting those pathways there. Okay, that's fine. Because we still have a ways to go on that. So I'm not too worried about that at the moment. But we do need power. Power's a problem. Alright, where do we want our... Hang on, let me... try to figure this out here. Alright, I do need to... Like, I need to have it spaced enough where it's not gonna interfere over here with the habitat. Right, so that's only gonna power this half of the building. Okay. Interesting. Okay, if I weren't to do that, if I were to... Well, that's interesting that some of the situation is powered and some of it isn't. Huh. I mean... Is that even possible in the space that I have? I don't know. No, I need you to be... I need you to be flat. But you don't want to be flat. Okay, not at all what I wanted. Alright. Okay, so we do that. Edit. So if we that would take it off of there. Alright, so I mean if I just leave it alone, it would be fine. That means you're gonna look out and see that. Yeah, that's better than not seeing anything, but that does mean over here maybe I could get away with like putting that there. Right? So if you're over here, if I were to put that there, what does that... Okay, that kind of fucks with that. So maybe on this one, we just have it a solid wall, so you can't really see that mess. And I guess it's okay to be able to see back in there, or back down into our really? Now you're not grouped together? Oh, so I got FlexiColor. Right. And that's not paintable. All the way back down. Okay. Right, that I am going to Just nudge enough. I mean, I could do it like that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now... Alright, you've got... Everybody's got power. Okay. Everything but this teeny tiny corner over here. I can probably work with that. And then we can worry about putting in that other thing later. Okay, so we still need to work on decorating this all up in here before we get too far ahead of ourselves here. Okay, yeah, you're insufficient. I know. Okay. Now the question is next. Does this look right though? Like, I kind of feel like now. I mean, they kind of go together. Like, they kind of work. But it does stick out. It does stick out. Especially if I'm gonna trim it. Right? Then I'm like, well, what do I do? With the trim? Like, do I need to... change the trim color now? If I change the trim color, is it going to even look right? Probably not. Me and my dumb brain. Okay. I mean, it's not. It's not terrible. Though, that might look a little bit better. I'll tell you what, let's grab our thinking out about that far. That does not. I don't know if that's even or not. I feel like that is even as I'm going to get. Sorry, it's a tight corridor here. Alright, so if... Oh. Well, that's not gonna do me any good at all. I do not know if that is all of the pieces. Hmm. I mean, it's very subtle. I don't know. How I feel about it. Hmm. I mean... It's similar to that grout color. Could probably be a little bit darker. Now see, that's probably closer to that grout color. You think?
What are we comparing? That's pretty close. Everything looks pretty close in color.
So I've got this either lighter color or the slightly darker color. What do you think looks better on the trim?
What are the two options?
This color or this color? They're both very close to each other.
I cannot visually discern it enough for it to make a difference. I would just pick one.
Alright, so let me put it on that one. I think that darker color might be...
Do you have beans up?
Huh?
Do you know if beans is loose?
Oh fuck, am I panicked to look out the door to see what the fucking noise was? I forgot he was loose. Hopefully he didn't get out on me.
I highly...
Did you find it?
That's right. I put him up because my mom wanted to go out. And she hadn't come back in yet. Okay. And then when he mentioned that, I'm like, wait, the cat was loose? Jesus Christ. I don't think he got out. Alright, so we're gonna go with that one. Alright, maybe we recolor everybody up here. We have him. He was in the bedroom. The escape artist did not get out. scared the effing crap out of me. Well, I'll tell you what, since it's gonna be like in the 70s and probably not warm enough to go swimming, we can probably just stay at Holiday.
What were we going to the other one specifically because they had a pool?
They had a nicer pool.
Ah. So if we can swim, then we can just swim in the less nice pool, but
Yeah.
seeing as we probably won't be swimming.
It's gonna be like in the mid-70s.
Is that a significant price difference though?
They weren't that far off of each other.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's only gonna amount to like $50 more, like total, then we should just
Hampton was going to be more expensive.
Well, we'll look at the prices.
But,
when you're done stream, we'll compare prices and dates and everything.
alright, did she tell you that she talked to Linda?
Yes.
Okay.
Edgy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the stone. I hate to keep changing my mind, but the stone on all of it feels a bit better.
Yeah, I don't think...
It feels more
makes sense.
cohesive.
Yeah.
So where were they going with the RV?
Propane.
You know, I almost feel like the way that your aunt reminded your mom about the propane money felt like your mom was supposed to be paying us back for it.
Loretta specifically said she's gonna go get it for us when she gets paid.
Okay.
Like she is paying it back.
Okay. So does that work better for them for us to go sooner then?
Probably.
I'm just
Like,
nervous about going because I didn't know if there was gonna be like winter weather problems for us, but I haven't seen any in the next 10 days being forecasted.
Like, it's always a risk, but
it might be better to
If
deal
it's-
with
if it's
winter
not-
weather than tornadoes, so...
if it's not literally like a snowstorm, if it's just a little bit, I don't care. I can drive in winter conditions. It's fine. But
So I think we were still gonna go with pink for the door. Although pink for the door kind of feels silly now. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I mean, if we were doing the pink roof and then it would tie in with the pink roof, that would be a little bit better. Because it had more pink to anchor it. But... yeah, that feels a little bit better. Absolutely. Okay. So, this guy... I need to duplicate you. And I'm gonna flip you. Around. Okay. Like, I don't know that I need to trim out all of the buildings back here. This is kind of like back of the house. Now the question is, though, what am I doing about a roof on here? Because I put this on top of that roof, so that kind of took care of that. Hmm. don't think we can change the color of the asphalt. No. Whoop, 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 whoop. Stop! Stop being silly. Alright, so where is it? Yeah, we can't change the color of that. Now the limestone, we kinda can, but the limestone, since it's a different kind of material, plays with the color a little bit differently. Now, what does... What does this look like? Sorry, my brain kind of paused there for a second because a different thought popped into my head. That's the 1 meter. So, I mean, I guess we could go something like that. And then that kind of... Like, it only really looks like trim on 2 sides, though. And that side's not even showing. Okay. So if we don't want it to show, do we just need to flip? I mean, that's not too bad. Okay, what is your senior rating? You're at 36. Not great. Okay. So. That. So, are you... Okay, you are fairly even there. that doesn't look too bad there. Alright. So, this guy. Oof. That's really hard to see. So let's see, sign. What was this? This was the vet. Alright, so I mean, trying to go lighter on that's not really working. Now, should I bring it over here and make it lower though? But we duplicate it and see what it likes that way if I hate it. I think I kind of like it lower. See, now looking at the trim in that light, it looks like super dark because of all the shadows. Oh, maybe I should have just left well enough alone. But it looks weird now, right? It does feel weird now. Because I forgot we still had to put in that. Alright, so what if we take that back to what we normally do? And that kind of ties everything back into itself. Yeah. I know, I'm being a pain in the ass today. I only partially apologize for my indecisive brain today. Okay, so you're up to 42%. Why is climbing enabled on that? Of all things. That's silly. Okay, now because I have our extra wall here, we can kind of just pop that in there. Alright, so We still have a little ways to go on this building before we're fully there on it, right? Because this is just the building itself. I still have to put the habitats extending off of them. But I wanted to work on this interior before we got too far ahead of ourselves. Do the staff buildings first. You are going to come with me. Question is, can I get away with having this guy tucked in here? That's not so bad, and that will help with the scenery rating, though it didn't help much. So I've got this big empty spot here. Now I could try to fill it in with just more pathway on this side. Or I can just wall off this section and this section. But it's going to be visible that it's walled off because it's not like I've got this stair on top of it. We could do a fake walkway with some temple flooring panels. Alright, so that's temple wall. I need the panel. Where is it? Hello? Oh, okay. There's this guy. So we could do... What did you make to eat?
I made myself an English muffin and I had some checks.
Huh.
Why?
It smelled weird.
Your mom grabbed something while I was eating. I don't know what she grabbed.
Like, I'm almost getting like a fishy smell. Which is weird.
I am not smelling anything fishy myself, but I'm also a little clogged, so.
It could be me. Let's see here. I mean, if I do that. And then we go this way. Right, the scenery rating is actually really important for this particular build. Because of how close I've got the staff buildings here. Right, so I need a shorter piece here. Right. Yeah. Okay. I guess we can carry that around the backside. Like, the other buildings will feed into the scenery rating a little bit as well. Oh, you, oh, oh. Oh, okay. Right. So because I didn't edge it up to there, I'm gonna have a slight grassy gap. That's okay, though. It's not like we're ever really gonna use this pathway. And the guests certainly aren't really gonna interact with it. Right? Loop. And we're gonna go this way. Man, time is just flying today. What is happening? How is it that late already? Is that a huge height difference? It doesn't really seem to be. I think we're okay there. Alright, we're gonna need the short one. Even the short one's gonna be a little bit flickery, I think. Yep. That's probably as good as that's gonna get. Alright, so we're gonna bring this guy over to about here. Alright. And then... Sorry, it's a little bit tight quarters in here with all the buildings. It's not too terribly noticeable. Question is, how badly off are you gonna be? I mean, it's a little bit of a gap, but I mean, it's probably fine, right? Oof. No. What's the circle? Blue one. Nope. 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 Blue. I said blue. Thank you. Grabbing the green one. And causing all sorts of problems. This isn't a fun house. And they wouldn't walk on it crooked anyway, they would just walk through it. Although technically it's a wall, so they wouldn't walk on it at all. Unless we put some kind of pathway system underneath of it. Is that all I needed? Because we've got the stairs there coming up to that. Okay, so what are you at now? 59. Alright, that didn't help a whole heck of a lot. But, do you have an idea? Alright, so we're still in this editing mode. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna split that. I'm gonna lower you. Just a little bit. I don't really think I need to do a section over there. Alright, let me take that off. Let's see how this lines up into here. So was your new knife okay?
Need some sharp.
Okay, but aside from that,
I think so. It's slightly different because it has a curved edge as opposed to a straight edge that the other one was. I think on the whole I prefer the other one, but this one is very good at very tiny detail. Like this would definitely work better as a cleanup knife than a main carving knife. But I'm slowly getting it sharper. As it gets sharper, it does a little better.
So I don't think these guys have any trees in common. So, because they're on different things. So Pelicat, oh excuse me, is Asia, Taiga, Tundra, and Temperate. Alright, well Sandcat is Asia, but it's desert. And then where is it? No, the cheetah. Oh, really? Asia. I didn't. Oh, a very small part of Asia. That is grassland and desert. So two of these prefer desert. Everybody seems to have Asia in common. At the very least. So, it's African oil palm. That's acacia palm. That's a date palm. Okay. So none of those are that. Okay. I mean, that's a big guy right there. That one's a little bit smaller. Alright. Oh, do we want to put the aloe plants in there? It's a tiny aloe plant. Aster. Maybe we could put some like basket ferns kind of growing off the side there. And maybe something like that. Okay, well that and the tree helped immensely. Alright, our bramble bush. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Kind of like push that to the back. Alright, I'm not coming through the building, so... Well, that's the $10 version, huh? And... let's see here. Maybe we do add a pop of color with, the aloe. Plants here. That's not terrible. 76. All right. It's not bad. Let's see here. So can I get you a little more even right in there? Okay, you're at 79. You only went up to 77. Okay, I guess that's because the bulk of that pathway is on this side of the building, which is fair. That's fair. How bad is our circles, though? We might be good enough. On that one. We seem to be contained in the courtyard on that building. Great. Okay, you. You are definitely contained. Wonderful. You are contained. What about you? Okay, so you are all contained. Nobody is touching the outer walkway. We are good in that respect. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Alright. I still have to kind of figure out what I want to... Oh, right. Okay. I can't steal... Oh, I can steal the one up here. Where are you? Ah! Stuck. There we go. Huh. Really? So you are just going to choose to annoy me. Okay. As long as we're on the same page, I guess. Alright, so... You can come to about... Yeah, about there. Edit. Alright, I'm gonna split you. And you're gonna come to about there. Okay, now can I like combine you all into one? Okay. I could if I had blueprinted the whole thing, but I don't really want to blueprint the whole thing. I really should just have temple selected. Just to save me some time here. Okay. So, you... Go to maybe there, roughly. Roughly. Okay. I need you to rotate this way. Now the odds of you fitting in here are going to be slim to none. Elegantly, so... Is everybody behaving? No one's being dumb? Okay. I do need another one of you to come with me this way. Okay. There's that piece. And then you need to come this way with me. I kind of want a fleshed look there, but then that's gonna be kind of creeping up on the building side, so I don't know that I want that. I guess that's not so bad. Okay, what are you at, my friend? 83. I mean, we've already hit the threshold. Oh, dang it. Really? One of you? Okay. Alright, friends. I think I've got all of you. Let's all move together now. You don't need to be too high up. I think that's probably the same, right? Or similar height on that. Okay. Now, we need some mulchy mulches. Alright, let's go into garden. Where's my mulchy mulches? Oh, we're on Asia, that's why. I guess mulch isn't qualified as that? No, that's too skinny. That's much too skinny.